Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Rick. I got a video today from Adamant Mindset. Women are mad that men hold the rights for marriage and relationships. Sorry, ladies. If you want to be taken care of, we decide that. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. Chow time.
Why did we give the men the choice? Right? Why?
You didn't give us the choice. We chose to take care of you. You don't get chosen to be taken care of, ladies.
Why do we have to wait for them to ask us to marry us?
Right.
Yeah, it's such a different thing. And don't get me started on the dating stuff.
Well, that leads us to the topic for today, which is also not a vibe, which is dating in Australia.
Dating in Australia
Versus dating anywhere else.
But to be so cheap and to be like, where is the human dignity? Where is the like self-respect that you could post something like that and not think like, wow, I'm really coming across to the world as someone who's so broke and cheap and, you know, judgmental and like.
Hello there fellas, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're gonna see a lot of nonsense and dumb silly things which are kind of hilarious. So let's see what we got here today.
Let me give you some numbers. According to a 2022 Pew Research Center survey, roughly 30% of adults over 50 in this country are single. I heard you, she's single. Our next guest, Carmini Boyer, is one of them. The 53-year-old beauty guru is going viral after sharing an inspiring message to singles on social media that's now been viewed more than 4 million times. Take a look.
So yeah, I'm 53, completely single by choice, and also no children.
See, the single by choice, this is the most cope that they can muster up because they chose to be single. No, there's just none of the men that you want you.
By choice, love my life, have incredible friends, and travel.
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Is the secret to my happiness. I do not wait around for some man to show up to travel with me or to explore places with me. I do it on my own and have so much fun and usually take friends with me.
Until you get murdered.
Meet friends wherever I go. It's the secret to my personal happiness. So if you're out there whining and complaining that you can't find a guy and your life is not worth living, then you better knock it off and rethink the way you're living your life because you got one shot, babies. So have fun and enjoy it while you can, single or not.
I do agree that single or not, you just have to enjoy your life the way you see what your happiness is. But then again, you should not be telling yourself a beauty guru when your hands and your face don't even match. Like, come on. So much makeup, man. It's like, who is just trying to fool with that title of beauty guru?
I love this video, and clearly the audience does for many reasons, because let me just say that this is not about single people versus people who are in relationships. It's not a us versus them.
No, it's about choice. We all have a choice, and not one is better than the other, but it's about living in your truth.
Yeah.
And then
Your truth. I hate that statement. Your truth. No, there's only one truth.
also, the reason why I shared that message was that other people out there didn't have to just believe the narrative that they're taught. Right. It's in you. You feel it. I felt it, and that's why I wanted to share
I felt it. I mean, I've told this story before. I remember in my 30s being in a relationship with someone I despised, but I didn't want to break up because I didn't want to go to my friends and say I had another bad turning.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, because you start to feel that people are, what's wrong with her?
Right. It's somehow your fault.
Somehow my fault.
Sometimes you do have to take some accountability. It might be somewhat your fault.
Love comes in so many forms.
See? They do not want that accountability. Like, nothing can be wrong with them. It's always the guy's fault. Like, come on.
I just knew at such a young age, I was 9 or 10 years old, and I just had a knowing that I didn't want kids. And I was
How old were you when you
But you have kids, do you not?
first told that out loud? Because I think a lot of women don't want to say that out loud because, again, the notion is that you're selfish, you're an awful person, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I knew at 10 years old.
You knew.
I just had a feeling, like people were playing with dollies at that age. I just knew I wasn't going to have kids. And I came from a very traditional, like, loving family. I say I never want children, and also I don't want to get married.
Oh, So you tell them up front, I don't want to have children.
That's right.
And I don't want to marry you.
That's right. That's
She doesn't want kids.
So you just want situationships. This is why we say women created the situationship.
And she doesn't want to get married. She's 53 and she doesn't want kids. Ma'am, you cannot have them even if you want to. Stop the
I was
cap.
gonna say.
And about the marriage part, let's be real. It's because she's quite successful, she's got a lot of money, so she will have a lot of hard time to find a guy who's earning more than her. And she's 53, no one wants her. So now she's going to indicate that it's her decision that she doesn't want to get married or have kids. When in reality, we know she has hit the wall and no one wants her.
They'll say, oh, well, he didn't want to marry her, or, you know, he didn't want her. And it's like,
Right.
no, you don't want that. for
why
yourself.
did we give the men the choice?
Right.
Right?
Right.
Why do we have to wait for them to ask us to marry us?
Right.
You know, ask us to go on a date. It's up to us to do that and make that decision. It's our lives together, right? So why does it always have to be in their hands?
She just said that she's interested in having kids or a marriage, so why she's all of a sudden salty about the fact that men have that privilege or that authority to decide whether he will have the marriage or the relationship will continue. Why does it bother her? Like, isn't she the one saying she doesn't want to marry? So why does she care?
Thank you so much. I love that the movie Love Jones is the jump-off point. Why is that the perfect movie, you feel, to capture where things are?
Because if we think of like the quintessential couple, we think of the Cosbys on the Huxtables on the Cosby Show. But Love Jones is when we started to really see this demographic shift in characters, away from married couples to young black professionals who weren't married and didn't have any children. So I wanted to write a whole book about this.
So she wanted to perpetuate more of the degeneracy and less of family values. Got you.
See, here's the difference between men and women when we enjoy some kind of entertainment. We know most movies are just fiction.
Yeah, I don't think I'm some superhero with some six-pack that I'm gonna be able to lift some building up or something. Like, no, I enjoy the Hulk smashing because I know he can smash. I'm not thinking that I'm gonna fucking go smash somebody or smash buildings after watching the Hulk.
Even the biographies are fiction at some capacity because they add something to make it more dramatic than it actually has to be. But women, when they watch this fiction and whatnot, they want that exact scenario happening in their own life as well. They want to be that as the part of their own life. So now this woman went up and just wrote a book based on or inspired by that fictional movie. Now, the woman who reading those books would want that in reality, and thus the kind of modern feminism we are dealing with today, because now we got women who want to work a job, don't want kids, families and everything, basically want to fool around and still want the benefits of a relationship from some guy. Doesn't make sense to me.
But I get hate mail all the time saying, oh, you're saying that we don't need men. I was like, if you read the book, I'm not saying that. I'm simply saying, let's go past the conversation of why aren't you married? Why don't you have children? Let's talk about what singles are doing.
Right.
I met a guy just the other day and I said, I wrote a book about singles and how like they buy houses. He's like, single people buy houses? I was like, you need to read my book.
Oh my God.
Here's the fun.
And yeah, it's a stupid thing for kind of single people to buy houses if you don't plan on having a family. Unless you're just well off, then yeah, having a home is always great. I do agree on that, at least for most men. But you don't need it. Most men don't need it nowadays if you don't plan on having a family. House is a lot more maintenance and things than most people want to deal with nowadays.
Funny part. All this time, you'll see this woman try to convince others that being single is nice, being single is good. They try to convince you that their lifestyle is better. On the flip side, you will never see men on TV shows constantly bragging about how single is nice. Even though we know that it's nice, we don't need validation from others, so we don't feel the need to go on TV shows and talk about it or write a book about it all the time. But look at women, they will constantly try to make it make TikToks or write books or be on TV shows saying that nonsense because they want validation that their life is better. Let me know what you guys feel about that.
It really shows that women are just really dick envy. They're penis envy. They want everything that men have, that men can do and have choices over. They want that. They want our choices. It's just sad. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys next time.